Hello gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Keysworn and some of you may know me as Tanek127 Gaming, and welcome back to another video. And guys, in today's video I want to talk to y'all a bit more about Crystal of Atlan. However, if you want to stay up to date on all things Crystal of Atlan, make sure you are liking today's video and subscribing to the channel if you are new, and let's go ahead and get on into today's subject. So, we're not going to make this a super long dragged out video. We're just going to come on here, spill a little facts and, just tell y'all how I'm feeling about it and what I think needs to be changed in this game. The story of question, the answer you're wondering in the title, is Crystal of Atlan pay to win? The short and simple answer is yes. Crystal of Atlan is very pay to win. Now, if you love Crystal of Atlan, don't sit here and get offended. Don't jump in the comments and try, defend the ways and blah, blah, blah. I've heard so many silly things. People trying to defend the energy system, defend this, defend that, because, oh yeah, well, dungeons and things, they need a cap, so that's why the energy system is there. No. The energy system is just a predatory way of trying to put money into the game, when the game already has good ways that it can be monetized. Alright, there are so many people trying to defend that. I don't know why. I get it, dungeons are supposed to have caps for gear and things like that. It's so you don't burn through the content in 5 minutes and become bored sitting there waiting for the next update. I understand how that system works. It's the same way things are done in World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV with tomestones and stuff like that, but not this. Now, let me explain. The first and foremost way that Crystal of Atlan is pay to win, and for those of you who want to, sit there and defend the energy system and stuff like that, let's bring up a screenshot, shall we? This is the subscription model from the cash shop. Not only, does it increase does paying for the $5 a month subscription get you increased potions that help, with drop rates and stuff like that, but it'll also give you double of your stacked up energy. So, if Crystal of Atlan, wasn't pay to win, why would you be able to pay for energy? If energy was supposed to have caps and, that was supposed to slow down and balance the gear grind, why can you buy it? Can you go on Final Fantasy XIV's Mog Station and buy tomestones? No, you can't. Just like, how you shouldn't be able to buy gear or buy ways to earn that gear quicker in a game. And you can call it pay to win, pay to progress, pay to advance, pay for convenience, whatever. It's all the same damn thing. And I'll see so many people, try and put different titles on it. Alright, listen, this video is not to discourage you from playing Crystal of Atlan. Alright, Crystal of Atlan's a really fun MMO. I like Crystal of Atlan. Hence why you guys are seeing the gameplay in the background. Hence why I'm level 60. Hence why I'm grinding the dungeon you see in the background, okay? I enjoy playing this game. Just because it's pay to win doesn't mean you can't play it. Alright, I think a lot of people, get that misconception when they hear a content creator criticizing the game. I'm a partner of Crystal of Atlan. I want to make the game better for you guys, the consumer. Alright, and because I'm a partner of theirs, I'm putting myself at risk saying negative things to make the game better for y'all. And I think a lot of people just don't understand that when it comes to these games, unless, making a lot of videos like this. But anyway, next subject. Another reason Crystal of Atlan's pay to win, and I went over this in my video, criticizing the game the first time. The gacha outfits. Why the hell do they have stats on them? Why do we need stats on a cosmetic outfit? Why is this outfit increasing my magical crit rate, my regular damage crit rate, and, giving me more strength and stuff? For what? It's already a cool looking outfit. I would want this outfit normally. I would already pay to, try and win this outfit in the gacha system. Why would you add stats on it? I don't need the stats there to entice me to want to buy it even, or spend in the gacha system even more. And then of course, like I was saying in the beginning, again, there are more packs that they sell in the store that give you, guess what? Energy boxes. Okay, again, if the energy system was just there to balance the grind of endgame like people are claiming, why can you pay for energy? Why isn't it, just limited? Guys, because it's a predatory monetization practice that mobile games regularly do. Remember, at its core, Crystal of Atlan is a mobile game. That's why there's a lot of mobile mechanics in here. But a lot of these things need to change if this game is going to continue to survive, especially on PC and console. Some of these things, may fly with certain mobile games and stuff like here and there. And, and even with the puzzle games, stuff like Farmville and stuff like that, and other games that, that use these systems. If they're fine in those kind of games, hey, whatever. But I'm sorry, I can't sit down, especially, as a person designing an MMO. Hey, this will make the players happy, an energy system. No. All right, one thing about MMORPGs is a lot of people use these games for an escape, to get immersed, to get lost in them, to enjoy the experience. Just as something, even if it's something at the end of the day to get away and play with your friends. Why put limits on that? And the worst part is the energy limits your dungeon runs. The most entertaining and one of the most social parts of an MMORPG, the energy system puts limits on. You're literally taking away from the MMO aspect doing that. And I just think, that's a really silly thing on the developer's behalf. And in my mind, this system really, really just needs to go and it needs to change. They need to find a better way to do this. I would personally say, just get rid of the energy system altogether. That's just me. Or, just find some way to balance this more fair. There are so many unnecessary pay-to-win mechanics in here. This game's a good game. Fun combat. If you pay attention to the story, it's actually not bad. There's voice acting for every single individual character class. They did a lot of things right here. But the pay-to-win, the energy crap, nah, that all needs to go. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.